Hello, 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 Love Revolution beloveds. Y'all are in for a humongous treat. I met this gentleman not too long ago, and you just have those connections, just like immediate. There's just so much synergy and so much interconnection between Love Revolution and what this gentleman is doing. And y'all, it is truly world changing. We talk about that Dr. King's quote, a social movement that moves merely people is a revolt, but a social movement that transforms both people and institutions is a revolution. Love is revolutionary. Braxton Kilgo, you are a revolutionary. And so I believe in you, which is also the name of his company. He's going to talk about this. And so welcome to Love Revolution.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Delighted, delighted, delighted. So here's the question that I ask everybody. Braxton, how are you utilizing love, particularly agape love, unconditional love? How are you utilizing love personally, professionally, and we can go in whichever direction you want to go and the conversation will kick off from there.
Yeah, man, that's such a good question, first off. And yeah, I'm glad you gave me some options because honestly, my brain jumped in so many different directions. But I think for me, as far as using love, it's in everything that we do. It's with obviously in my personal relationships, my family, my friends, and things like that, to where I think for those, that's where I get to fill the cup of the most important people in my life and they fill mine. And I think that leads into everything you do, right? That me doing that in my personal life is what allows my cup to be full to show up into my professional life. And, for us, that's a big part of our whole theme and message of everything that we do. Like you said, the I believe in you is the name of my company. And everything about those words is to express love. And sometimes that's to a stranger and sometimes it's to a friend. And it always looks different for everybody, but all of it is love. And so I think for us, our business as a whole is a big, love machine as I would put it. And, you know, the other piece of that, I think, just on like a granular level, and this is something I talk with people about, honestly, more on the business side when we talk about like sales. But when we get like introductory calls or somebody that's jumping on because they're interested in doing a co-branded bracelet or whatever it is, with my team, we always talk a lot about like high intention, low attachment, like showing up to serve, not sell. Now, if what we're selling serves you, then let's do it. But even on the calls where in most cases people will be like, oh, they don't have the money, or oh, they're not qualified, or it's not a good fit, whatever, most people just jump off the call and kind of never talk to each other again. But I always have, for one, I do this myself, but now I have my team kind of trained around doing this. It's like part of our SOP is, even if that's the case, ask them, well, what could I do for you? Or like, what is the most important thing right now? Maybe I could make an introduction. Maybe I could connect you here or send you this resource or just give you some advice or feedback. And we have so many of those that, for one, sometimes then turn into business later because they appreciated it. But we have people who've never purchased from us or worked with us at all that will introduce 3 to 5 people to us that are so awesome simply because we cared and we stayed on an extra few minutes to just say, hey, how could I serve you? I
Right.
think that too.
Right, right, right. Well, in Love Revolution, love stands for letting others voluntarily evolve and letting ourselves voluntarily evolve. And so that's what you're doing is you're loving on them, Braxton, because they may not be your perfect right fit client today. They may in the future be your right fit client, but they may well also know your right fit client. And for people who only see other people as cogs in the machine to only get what they want, they're being so short-sighted. And so I love, love, love what you do. So explain about the bracelets and explain about the app if you want to.
Yeah, I would love to. I'll give you kind of the high level version of it. So I believe in you is what we say is like an innovative bracelet and mobile app concept. But we make bracelets that all say I believe in you on them. The purpose of them is that you wear them with the intention to give them away. And so on every bracelet, there's a patch right here that has a near field communication chip under it, and that syncs the bracelets to our mobile app. So I'll just use the example. If I gave my bracelet to you today, and not only is it a nice gift with, 4 really powerful words on them,
Yeah.
and an exchange of love in that moment. The mobile app allows you to actually document the moment of you receiving it and leave a message for the next person. So if I gave one to you, you touch it to your phone, you're going to get a personalized video or a picture with a caption from me to you. But what's really cool about it is then you get that message from me. Well, now it's your turn to leave the message for the next person, whether it's a
Yeah.
stranger or somebody you know, whoever.
Yes.
And not to mention, you can also see every city and country the bracelet's ever been to, all of the people and their stories. And then when you give yours away, you get to watch where it goes around the world and you can measure your impact. So if you give away 10 bracelets, it'll show that you have 10 bracelets that have been to 6 cities and 3 countries and impacted 30 people. And you can see it on a globe. You can connect with everybody. And then we just have it's kind of like a social media feed. It's a little simpler, but basically our feed, like you would have on any other social platform, is literally just only people being nice to each other all around the world. And
Yeah.
that's the core of what we do. We do have a speaking tour. We do custom collaborations with big businesses and nonprofits, and then we sell our bracelets on our website as well. But everything that we do is attached to some sort of cause or nonprofit.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So what I love about that, because, like one of the things I often talk about, to be able to lead with love is to go into a grocery store or to go into a restaurant and actually call the person by name. So either your cashier or your server, just call them by name, and how powerful that is. It's powerful when you say I see you or I believe in you. But what's even more powerful is you demonstrating this interconnection. Because for me, Love Revolution, like we envision 8 billion people loving 8 billion people. We envision the purple vibrating at purple because each one of us is vibrating in our highest best self. But I don't get to vibrate at my highest best self 100% independently. I do need some people speaking life into me. And so not only do you give them a tangible way to speak into somebody, but then you give them a network. And I want to know the story behind the app.
Yeah. So the short version of it is this started with a bunch of middle school kids and some stickers that said, I believe in you. And when the principal had called me back a few days after I handed these out to everybody and started telling me the kids are being nice to each other in the hallway, nicer to the staff, making friends with kids they've been going to school with their whole life. And then all the stories from the parents and all these things. It was really awesome to get those stories. At first I was like, I couldn't believe that that worked, because that wasn't the intention really. And from there, that's when the spark was for bracelets instead of stickers. But then when we turn them into bracelets, and now I was shipping them literally all over the world, now I'm not just getting stories from a middle school. Now I'm getting stories from people all around the world. Everything from somebody's day being just made a little bit brighter, rekindling a relationship, leaving the job to do the business or the passion project, all the way to people not taking their own life because somebody gave them a piece of plastic that says, I believe in you.
Mhm.
And so whenever that happened, I felt like, for one, it was amazing. Also, it's heavy, right, at the same time. But one of the things that I was really witnessing is, which I think I've said this to you before, is that it only takes 5 seconds and 4 words to change somebody's day, maybe even change their life. And I always believed that like doing good and being a good person was the right thing. But then whenever I was kind of with these bracelets, it was like we were equipping everybody with this really simple tool and action to take. And as all these stories were coming in from around the world, I was like, I can't be the only one that gets to see this because I need not that I need people to know about these specific moments or these stories or even about IBIY, but like on a really high level, what I not need even just what I wanted was this perspective that I just got to see of truly
Yes.
how powerful it is, not
Yes.
talking or slogans, like truly how powerful those little micro moments were making these really significant moments. I wanted more people to know about that power of kindness and for them to get involved. And so that was kind of the purpose behind creating the app was allowing all of these moments to actually be documented and for people to be able to see it and be a part of it and be able to measure it because that's
Yes.
another thing too is that
Measure it.
you make all this impact and sometimes it feels intangible or unless you film a video of it and create this whole commercial maybe nobody sees it, so we wanted to just create a really simple way where people could share whatever they feel comfortable with but to document those moments so that the whole world can see how
Yeah.
powerful a small act of kindness, small act of love
Yes.
really is and
Yes.
that you need to be doing more of it.
Yes, 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 yes. And not do more of it because it's the thing to do. But your brain, so I'm in the middle of a course through Stanford University. I just want to be
Okay.
able to say that I went to Stanford.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
so, but it's called Love is a Force for Social Justice. And it talks about like the more loving we are, it is changing our brain chemistry, which means the more hateful we are, it changes our brain chemistry. So anytime you're intentional about something and you do it repetitively, it's changing your brain chemistry. And
Mhm.
so we all understand algorithms. And so you can go to your preferred social media and you can curate it in such a way that it is a nice place for you to play for the most part. However, for you, like you go to your app, like you said, like it's a social media feed, and it is just like love, 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 joy, belief, kindness, and if you're constantly saturating there, what are you doing to people's brain chemistry, Braxton?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
One interesting thing with that obviously I have probably the most experience out of anybody because I've had these and been giving them away for 10 years and I don't run out because I have them all. So that's been pretty cool for me. But what I was gonna tie that back to that you said is like just putting this on your wrist. Like obviously it's fashionable and it's connected to this company and everything, but like the little small tool of what it's for, having it on your wrist almost like kind of wires something in the back of your mind where if you have it on, you have an intention. Now, don't get me wrong, there's days where just not the moment. You don't even have the words and your social battery is low. But ultimately, when you have this on, it like rewires you in every situation that you get in. Like when I go eat somewhere, when I go to the store, when I talk to somebody on my walk in the morning, where like wherever I go, I'm like subconsciously like looking for an opportunity to love on somebody. And so the more people that we can have that same thing happen to around the world, nothing but good's going to come from
Yes, 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 yes. So how many do you give away a week?
that. At the moment, I've been in build phase, so I've been kind of in a cave over here getting ready to move, but I probably give away like 5 or 6 of them a week.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been sometimes more, sometimes it's less. But I think especially now that we're about to actually do the launch and we've got a lot of things in place, I'm going to be more active with that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it kind of varies.
Yeah. But that is, essentially one a day. If it's six, that's essentially one a day. It is one person a day that you're impacting, and you're impacting every single human that they know now and every single human that they're ever going to meet.
Mhm.
And then they do it, and then they do it, and then they do it. It is very much when we plant a seed, we do not reap a seed. When we plant a seed, we reap a harvest. You
Mhm.
are such a love bug. I could talk to you for 95 hours. You're just so amazing.
Okay.
I'm so, so, so delighted that we met. I'm so delighted that you agreed to this interview. I know that at some point sooner rather than later, my prayer is very soon is that Love Revolution is going to be doing this. And I had this whole idea about putting a global map on my website. So when people say yes to 8 billion people living 8 billion people, it'll pop up. And so there will come a day when we also have the branded bracelets and we're going to connect 8 billion people on the planet, Braxton.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, yeah. You are a revolutionary. You are amazing. And if there's ever a day, Braxton, that you wake up and you go, you know what? I don't feel 10 out of 10 today. I only feel 9 out of 10, or I feel 3 out of 10. Then you call me, you text me, and I will remind you about the power that's on you. Because you said it, Braxton. You said it is so beautiful to see it, but it's also heavy, and you need people around you to undergird you so you can keep doing what you're doing. And so I'm just cheering you on and just so 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 thankful that you're on this planet at the same time as me. Thank you.
Well, it is more than mutual, and I don't take that lightly. Thank you so much. And it goes both ways. I'm here for you. The second I saw everything that you do, I was like, well, we're going to be friends.
Yes.
No matter what happens, I'm going to be
Yes.
friends.
Yes, yes. And if only because I know you're moving so fun, and I'm not gonna, disclose all your deets, but if only your detour, if we could detour you through Atlanta and I could just hug you in IRL, that would be the ultimate. But one day we're gonna meet in person. I know we will.
We'll certainly do it.
Yes. All right, Love Revolution beloveds. This is Braxton Kilgo, and he is with I Believe in You. These amazing bracelets and this mission that he's on, and it's exactly how we can pinpoint and target interconnection and this understanding of 8 billion people, 8 billion people. And so, Braxton, thank you so much. Till next time, beloveds. Thank you. Bye bye.